smiled at everyone, but the world only saw her scars. She was 32, radiant, ambitious, but to her co-workers and even her family, she was still the broken teenager they once pitied. How do you escape a prison when its walls are not made of iron, but of memory? Grace Henderson was the woman everyone admired from a distance but whispered about behind closed doors. She worked tirelessly at her marketing firm, arriving before dawn and leaving after the cleaners. Her manager, Ethan Clark, praised her discipline, yet secretly told colleagues, "She tries too hard to cover what's inside." No matter how brightly Grace smiled, people recoiled. They didn't see her present, they saw her past. The whispers were not about her work, but about the girl she once was. The reckless teenager who once tried to end her life, who walked out of school pregnant and broken. That history clung to her like smoke she couldn't wash off. Her only true friend was Sophia Miller, a sharp-tongued but loyal woman who reminded her daily, "Grace, you're not 17 anymore. Stop letting their memory write your story." But Sophia's words bounced off walls Grace couldn't tear down. Every day, Grace looked into the mirror and saw not a woman in her 30s, but the trembling 16-year-old who lost everything. Her parents' trust, her dreams of college, and the baby she couldn't keep. To her, success was an apology she could never finish writing. Ethan, her boss, respected her talent but never promoted her. "You're good, Grace, but I'm not sure clients would be comfortable with your history. Reputation matters." His words were daggers, proof that no matter what she achieved, the world still sentenced her to live as her younger, broken self. At home, Grace journaled obsessively. In every line she wrote, a silent voice screamed, "I am not that girl anymore. Why won't they let me breathe?" But the louder she shouted inwardly, the smaller she felt in public. Sophia finally forced Grace to face her truth. One rainy night, she dragged Grace to a support group for women who had survived teenage trauma. There, Grace met Helena, a woman who had been imprisoned at 17 but rebuilt her life as a lawyer. Helena said something that cracked Grace's prison walls. "The people who hold you hostage to your past are only guards, but the real prison is the one you keep feeding inside yourself. You can't change their memory, Grace, but you can stop making it your mirror." For the first time, Grace didn't just cry. She listened. And she realized that Ethan, her co-workers, even her parents' judgment were reflections of the prison she maintained within. The next day, Grace did something reckless. She confronted Ethan in front of the whole team. "I will no longer carry the shame you hang on me. My past is not a curse, it's my power. If you can't see me beyond my scars, then you're blind." The room went silent. Ethan tried to shut her down, but something shifted. A few colleagues who had whispered about her now applauded quietly. Even Sophia, watching in the back, mouthed, "Finally." Grace wasn't instantly free, but she had broken the first chain, naming the prison aloud. Months later, Grace became a motivational speaker, using her story to help young women like her avoid the traps she once fell into. Sophia stood by her, and Helena became her mentor. But freedom was not perfect. There were still whispers, still judgment. Yet Grace no longer begged for permission to exist. She lived, loved, and laughed not as a woman hiding her teenage ghost, but as a woman who had buried it. Her closing words in her first public speech echoed like a warning and a solution. If people refuse to forget who you were, remind them who you are becoming. And if they still refuse, leave them behind. Because no one deserves a lifetime sentence for a mistake they already served. If you're trapped in the prison of your past, understand this. People may chain you with memory, but the cruelest jailer is your own mind. Break the mirror you keep staring into. You are not your mini-me. You are the woman or man you are building today. And if the world cannot let go, you must let go of the world that refuses to see you beyond your scars. The story is brought to you by Forges, written by Favor 00.